Hello, how's it going? Welcome back to some more F1 25 and another part of our My Team career mode with Toyota. And today we are back with the Bahrain Grand Prix. Really looking forward to it. Hopefully you guys are too. Last time out we made strategy pay. We managed to get some big points. And that is going to be huge going forward. We got 5th place with Zach O'Sullivan and 6th place with Franco Colapinto. Absolutely brilliant. We are going to delay that meeting with both of these two.
Driver are advanced enough to justify an informal chat. This will help us understand more about what the driver expects from our team and what kind of contract they want. If you don't want to take this meeting yet, we can delay it and pick it up later from the driver's area of personnel.
That's exactly what we're going to do, because we don't really want to be opening talks with our current drivers just yet. We will keep it going. So let's have a little look then. We do have 2 days here to work out what we're gonna do. Do have some yes, we've got the owner training. Very good. I was wondering what that was. It was the sort of skill point thing, wasn't it? We can do some fan outreach as well. We'll do that. Perfect. Okay, quick look at messages. Solid weekend. Both drivers finishing in the points. Brilliant. Okay. Yeah, nothing else there. But, yeah, both drivers in the top 10 in the standings right now. Now, what I might do is switch up our team colours. Just so that we're a little bit different out on the track. It's always this... Yeah, I mean, we could go black. You know, I was thinking more on the pink side of things if we went... you know, it would look very distinctive, wouldn't it? On the map. If we sort of went that pink, well, you know, I don't think that would be too bad. Yeah, I think so. We'll see how it runs in this Grand Prix, but yeah, all looks pretty good. I do want to see on the suit if we're able to add on decals. It doesn't look like it, which is annoying. Yeah, not sure. Obviously the car, I think, looks pretty decent at the moment, so we can be all happy with that. Yeah, obviously we have some research that we're able to do. We'll sort that out later. We have got some development we can do. Cable assembly is done. And we have the ignition system that we're able to develop. Get that going. Oh, hang on. I always struggle to get there. There we go. Done. That's fine. Right, we are going to do some facility improvements, though. In engineering. That's sort of phase 2, that's fine. Yeah, let's get that done. We have got money, so sort of feel like we can do a lot of these. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, right, head into the research. Probably need another chassis upgrade. Rear floor under tray distribution. Let's go for that. We've still got 579. I don't think we've actually got any that we're able to get here. Oh yes, we can. We can get the MGUH materials. We can get that. Ah, but no free slots. Okay. Fair enough. That all looks good then. Nice progress history. You can see, you know, made a decent bit of progress so far this season. Looks like none of the other teams have really brought any upgrade packages yet, so you have to say it's going to get to a point where they're gonna be better than us. Let's have a little look at the components. Is it time? Yeah, it's probably time for a new engine for Colapinto. And gearbox. Zach O'Sullivan's all look pretty decent. Okay, nice. Let's push forward then. Let's head on towards the next Grand Prix.
Unfortunately, one of the parts failed during development. We'll need to revisit the development area and give it another go.
That's a shame. Alright, so on to development. The wheel rim covers have not come through as we wanted. Let's get that. Both of them. That'll be done in 5 days. So that'll be done after Bahrain. Yes, okay, cool. That's all looking fine at the minute. Let's have a quick look at how we're getting on with the other drivers. Why will that? Ah, there we go. That's fine. Yeah. It's not quite going on as much as we'd want. Facility improvements. So pit crew training is underway. Driver psychologists, increase morale. Yeah, let's do that. Perfect. Right, let's move on then and head to the weekend. What do we want to go for Bahrain? Probably want to go balanced again, I would have thought. And let's head into the race weekend. Here we go. And we are gonna, I think we're gonna stick with Zach O'Sullivan for the most part this season. Obviously Colapinto is gonna hold his own, you would imagine. So we'll stick with Zach O'Sullivan. If Colapinto starts not putting in great performances, we'll switch back to him, and you know, we'll try and switch it up a little bit. But yeah, looking forward to this one. Bahrain's one of my absolute favourite tracks to drive, so let's get ourselves into it.
Well, as the sun goes down, the speeds go up. It's almost time to get underway for this shootout for the fastest time and the best possible grid position for tomorrow's race. Let's get on with it. It's qualifying for the Bahrain Grand Prix.
Okay, here we are, qualifying once again, and you know, pretty decent actually, the pace of the car so far. So looking forward to seeing what we can do. You know, obviously got a decent number of tyres left. We got 2 medium tyres for the race tomorrow, so excited to see what we can get up to here. Let's get into things. Here we go then, up to the line at the start of Q1. A little bit of grass on the tyres, but it's a 1:31 12.4 puts us P8 at the moment. That is not ideal. We can probably do better than that. I am going to practice going into the pits this weekend rather than return to the garage.
You at the end of this lap.
But yeah, I think we can do a lot better than that.
We're in the drop
Well,
zone.
this
We need a
hasn't
quick
been
lap,
fabulous
otherwise
this lap.
qualifying
Gonna
over for
need
us.
an almighty final corner. We don't really get it. It's gonna be about a 10th better, but we come over the line, and I don't think it's enough. That is gonna be 17th and out in Q1. So the absolute highs of last time, finishing 5th, and now we qualify in 17th place. That was really poor. We just couldn't find any time, but to be fair, Franco Colapinto half a second off the back of the field as well. So it's not good if you're a Toyota fan. Let's say that.
There was a race against time in 2004 to get Sakir ready for its Grand Prix debut. But today, the only race is where it matters, right on track. Welcome to the Bahrain Grand Prix. Formula One returns to the desert today on this exceptional 3.36-mile circuit. 15 corners provide plenty of overtaking opportunities, and it could be a strategic race, this one, with Sakir notorious for eating up the rear tyres. Watch out for drivers managing their rubber at some point during the Grand Prix. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Lando Norris put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. And Max Verstappen lines up alongside. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Hamilton, Russell, Oscar Piastri, and Tsunoda, Fernando Alonso, Leclerc, Albon, and Esteban Ocon, Sainz, Gasly, Liam Lawson, and Hülkenberg, Stroll, Doohan, Zach O'Sullivan, and Andrea Kimi Antonelli, Hadjar, Behrman, Bortoletto, and Franco Colapinto rounds off the grid. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out then. Let's see who can prevail today. And alongside me today, former Formula One driver and former world champion too. See, told you I'd give you a big intro. Anthony Davidson, hello. Now you're the racing driver in this partnership, so tell us about this racing driver. Put us in their shoes. How are they going to be feeling?
Well, you've got to be prepared, Crofty. Before you even step foot inside the car, you've got to know, you've got to have a pre-race game plan. You've watched videos before you get into the car of previous races gone by. You know where you have to place your car if X, Y, or Z happens in front of you or behind you. So having this clear game plan is absolutely essential before you get in the car.
Okay, here we are then, down on the track.
Grid. Not great, I know, but let's just try and use the first lap to push your way up the order.
And yeah, interesting strategy here. Yeah, maybe we want to head for the softs. Yeah, for the final stint. I mean, that looks pretty good to me. And that does look like a pretty fast strategy. I'll tell you what though, maybe we want to start on the softs and go medium. I mean, we could even... Yeah. Quite like the look of that, actually, as a strategy. Yeah, it's going to be tough on the tyres this race. You know, I can almost tell that. So, yeah, going to have to be on it. But, yeah, we're going to start on the soft tyres and try and get off them early. Looks Looks like everybody else has sort of got that plan as well. Get away. Let's have a little look at what tyres everybody's on. So there's quite a few on the hard tyres, including Bortoletto and Bayman behind us. Quite a few. So, you know, it's roughly 50-50. Who are on softs and who are on mediums or hards. So it's going to be really interesting to see whether we can make a quick getaway here. Obviously, keep ourselves out of trouble. Hopefully, not get a 10-second penalty for going through the pit lane while speeding. We just want an incident-free race. That would be amazing if we could manage that. That would be absolutely fantastic. Tyre temperatures should be absolutely fine. We did go for a bit more straight line speed in our setup, and that's going to be the end of the formation lap, I think. Yes. So starting position reset. So I believe, yeah, we are sat there waiting now, so we might as well skip the formation lap, which is a shame. It means that we're not going to get the benefits of the formation lap. But here we go. We are ready to rock and roll. Lights out. Away we go here in Bahrain. It's a decent start from us. Goodness me, we nearly got crushed into the wall there. I'm going to head down the inside. The AI certainly seem to make dreadful starts in this game. Damn it. A little bit of contact there. I think it was just a tiny bit of front wing damage. We're okay though, as we head down the inside up into 13th place. I think we're okay. I'm just gonna have to make sure that I assume it's tyres that have not warmed up yet. That's why we haven't got optimal grip. So I'm just gonna have to stay nicely behind these guys. Certainly seem to be warming up a little bit. Yeah, but yeah, the AI just don't seem to get off to very good starts in this year's game. So we'll have to make sure we keep taking advantage of that while that lasts. We've made 4 positions up. And now we are very much up to speed. And now it's about making sure that these tyres can last
We can now use DRS.
9
DRS
laps.
now available.
Goodness me, that was a slow-moving Pierre Gasly there. We ended up losing our front wing properly there. DRS open. Well, they're definitely braking quite early here. But yeah, now the tyres are up, the temperature seems like doesn't matter that we've got a little bit of front wing damage. Good move down the inside there
Good job.
on Pierre
Nice
Gasly. Up to P12 now. And now Nico Hulkenberg on the medium tyres. Should be somebody that we have more pace than. Remember, this is a car that finished in the top 5 in the last Grand Prix. It is not a car that should be languishing at the back, even though it is my team. And, you know, we did go for the middle option. It is normal to be competing with these midfield runners, and if we do have better strategies than them, then we can take advantage of that. DRS open once again. As I
Tyre
say,
conditions
this
still looking
choice
good.
to go for more straight line speed seems to be one that's going to pay off here. First corner cut of the event. Seems fine. Just need to be very careful through corners like that, not to lose the car, not the corner cut. This is pretty good so far. So as you can see, we did change it to a slight pinkish colour, the team colours, so that we can see ourselves on the track map a little bit better. Definitely going to need to move that front brake bias forward a little bit. So locking those rears a little bit too often. Heavy fuel load, but once again, good run on Nico Hulkenberg. DRS open. We got a bit of a tow here from Nico Hulkenberg. He's going to go defensive. We're going to allow him to go a little bit deeper into the corner and try and get a better run at him, but an excellent exit out of turn 2 there. So, good positive start, P12. We've kept ourselves out of trouble so far.
Seconds.
And there goes Hulkenberg on Carlos Sainz. He's going down the inside. We're just watching and waiting for any mistakes here. DRS again. And on Sainz this time. And we go round the outside. And Sainz is there on the inside.
Mind that front wing, it's going to need replacing if it takes too much damage.
Oh, tiny little bit of contact there. You can see coming around the outside, Carlos Sainz just sort of understeered into us there. Let's have a little look at this. Yeah, you can see just a tiny little bit of damage to the front wing. It is replicated on the other side, but the end plate's still on there, so I think we're okay. And, well, 2 places made. That has meant that we're now up into the top 10. It's very, very good.
Okay, you're in the top 10.
We're going to have to go defensive here. Hulkenberg having a little look, but he managed to just about stay ahead. Well, we're now within DRS of Alex Albon. Our straight line speed is very much helping us out here.
Yellow flag.
We have got yellow flag, so we're not going to be overtaking him here. Somebody's going to be out of the race, I think. It looks like Tsunoda. Tsunoda is out.
On Tsunoda for you. Right, they've got a serious car issue. It looks like they're retiring.
Tell you what, look at this up ahead as well. This is crazy. A few guys around here that have... Whoa, Sainz very much getting close there.
VSC
Virtual
deployed.
safety car.
The virtual
Oh,
safety car has been deployed. We need to keep a positive delta here. Slow down and...
well, I don't know what happened there. Was that our fault? We sort of slowed down and then Sainz came off the circuit and then hit the front of Hulkenberg. They've both been given 10-second penalties. I think
Right, let's have you in at the end of this lap,
this
please.
is the lap to come in then. To
Okay, slow down, slow down. Your delta's negative, which means you're going too fast. Reduce your pace.
this is the lap to come in because we'll have the reduced pit stop time. And we were going to come in on lap 9 anyway.
Virtual safety
Here we
car is
come then.
ending. Maintain your pace until we get the green flags. VSC ending. Wait for the greens.
Well, we're in and, well, we've not had the advantage, have we? Because they're back up to racing
Franco's in
speed
the
now.
pits. Franco is in the pits.
And Franco Colapinto is in as well. This has got to be a good stop then. It's a slow one, but we're away. Franco's in.
Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross onto the track.
Let's see how far Albon is ahead. We're going for mediums on our middle stint. We also added quite a bit of front wing to the car. Hopefully counteract any front wing damage.
Position. They've pitted as well, so warm up your tyres and get down the road.
Albon is ahead of us, but slow pit stop there. Now brand new tyres should see us through quite nicely here.
Behind 2 seconds.
Well, we've obviously had a couple of laps on these tyres now, ahead of Lawson, just behind Fernando Alonso and George Russell, which is pretty much who we were behind out on track before we came into the pits. Now, the big problem is that Alex Albon
No tyre concerns
miles
at the moment,
ahead.
just focus on the driving.
I don't really know how that happened. Okay, we lost a couple of seconds in the pits, but Albon just seems to have completely gone off into the distance here. Unless he was already ahead of these guys. I can't quite remember.
The car
were
ahead's coming
battling,
to fit the
but-
mediums. Car ahead now running medium tyres.
Yeah, gonna need to be on it here. Want to obviously close in on Fernando Alonso if we can. Well, Charles Leclerc's just come out of the pits, and to be fair, whatever it's done, it's slowed down Alonso a little bit. This means we've caught up to him and got DRS on him, in fact. Got no idea what some of the other guys ahead. There's a couple of RBs in the top 10 at the minute. A couple of Haas cars, I think, in the top... no, it must be the Haas cars, the two white ones. They're both in the top 10 at the minute, so I think we're in a net 9th, and to be fair, we definitely have more pace than Fernando at the minute. Which is good. It's good pace from the Toyota. Exactly what we want. At this stage, we wanted a strong middle stint. Set us up for a soft tyre run at the end. Here we go then. DRS is going to be enabled. This should be our time to shine. Ocon's in, and we are past Ocon. And here we go, past Fernando Alonso then. And we are through. Lost the back end a little bit. And he's going to have DRS back on the run down to turn 4. We've done okay here. That's very nice. And we are through. Up into 9th place. See Albon and Leclerc, they're stuck behind Behrman, I think. It's allowing us to close in on them. Behrman's tyres are old now. A bit deep there though, and Fernando Alonso's going to have a good run on us here with the DRS, but our straight line speed is very, very strong, and that's what's allowing us to defend valiantly today. Should be another points finish really if we can keep this up.
The gap that we're trailing the car ahead by 1.8 seconds.
Look how much we're closing in on these guys. And you can see they're going to go 3 wide. It's Leclerc down the inside of Albon. There's lock-up happening. No incident between them, but there goes Behrman into the pits. That's going to be us up into 8th position now. But Albon again trying to have a go at Charles Leclerc. Not managing it this time. But we are right behind, and we are going to follow this battle closely. But you can't imagine Albon's going to be able to battle with Leclerc that well on new soft tyres. Yeah, I felt that one coming, so now we're going to have to be very, very careful with our track limits for the rest of this race. Yeah. And that is safety car deployed.
Into the pit window now. If you want fresh rubber during the safety car, we're ready for you.
Yeah, we're going to have to make a decision fast. Red flag. Red flag is out. Okay, so we had safety car. It is going to be red flag instead. Now then, I guess we go onto the hard tyres to run to the end.
So let's think very carefully about our strategy for the rest of this race.
Yeah, mediums will not run to the end. Softs certainly won't. Hard tyres is what we want now until the end of the race. I think everybody else will probably go for that, other than people that have already used the hards. That's going to be really, really tough for them, isn't it? So we're going to turn on to the hard tyres.
Wait in just a moment. Stand by.
And here we go then. Lights out. Away we go once again for the final few laps of this Bahrain Grand Prix. It's a decent start, but straight away we're just gonna allow people to...
We've got a lot of spare energy. Okay to use your overtake button.
Yeah, just gonna allow people to file their way through. We were not taking any risks there as Esteban Ocon is having a little look, but there are a fair few guys on soft tyres here. They're gonna have to come in for another pit stop. So this could be pretty crazy now for the rest of the race. 12 laps to go. And it's, well, the two Ferraris that are leading the way right now. I tell you what, Behrman will be gutted. He came into the pits because he could have had a much better position if he'd stayed out there. Right, we're going to go into hot lap mode now. Yeah, we know Albon is going to be quicker because of those soft tyres, so we got to try and stay within DRS to him. Ideally, if we could stay near George Russell, that'd be amazing.
DRS has been enabled. DRS is now enabled.
There we go. And that is Esteban Ocon. Some good straight line speed. We're going to have to give him space. Just about okay. So we had DRS on Ocon. That's allowed us to defend there. And Antonelli makes it past Ocon as well. That's going to help us out just a little bit. I'm assuming they changed our front wing during the red flag, so I would imagine we've got no damage to that, so we should be even quicker, to be honest, than we were. But P8 at the minute.
7.8
Well,
seconds.
this could be the chance now on Albon. Head around the outside, there's some lockups going on. But that's pretty good, although here comes Albon again. Stayed on the inside, but we left him some room. Just need to leave the room there. And that's what we've learned from racing in F1 25. You have to leave the AI room or they will crash with you. They're not going to back out like they used to. But up to 7th now. Very good race day so far for us. And Ferraris is in. That's Charles Leclerc. And we got George Russell through on Fernando Alonso. Right now, they're still battling it out. As Nico Hülkenberg is out of the session, DRS is enabled. There goes Fernando Alonso, having a look again on George Russell. And we're trying to do the old switcheroo, but yeah, there's no way around the outside there. That would have been very risky. P6 at the minute. I mean, there's P4 on the table here with George Russell, but I think now he's through on Fernando. I think he's going to go off into the distance. It's the definition of a DRS train. We just cannot make it through. Chance we had was when them two were battling, but we're looking after our tyres well here, and still 6 laps to go after this. Pretty crazy. And again, there goes Fernando Alonso having a little look. But no cigar. Alonso in. Right, now then. Need to make sure we catch up to George Russell. He's in P4 at the minute. Piastri's catching us. I think that's now all of the soft tyre runners back into the pits now, because they had no hard tyres left, so they've gone for 2 soft tyre stints, which, yeah, it's just the way the cookie crumbles, isn't it? Like, you know, that's the way we've run our strategy, and we had some hard tyres left. And it's again been a very interesting strategical race that's been changed by a red flag. Very, very fortunate. You know, we wouldn't have finished this high if it wasn't for the red flag, but it looks like Colapinto may well be in the points as well. But is he going to be able to stay ahead of the faster runners behind? That's a big question. fourth place definitely on the table here. This is going very, very nicely indeed. And after qualifying 17th in this race, you know, very good start. And we've done pretty well strategically. And George Russell. A little defend there, but yeah, hopefully we'll be able to get him in a few laps. We've got 5 laps to go. We joined with 3 laps to go here, and because of how much the front 3 have been battling, we are now just 3 seconds behind a podium place here. Hamilton and Norris are battling it out. Looks like Verstappen has broken that group, but you can see ourselves and Russell, we are catching. And it's, you know, we're just staying with our distance to Russell. A podium is not out of the question here. But, you know, we're struggling to pass George Russell. We're getting within a second, but can't really get any closer than that. Hamilton and Norris, they're battling it out for second and third. It looks like Max Verstappen is going to win it. There goes Hamilton down the inside again, and that is allowing us to catch. Hamilton is going to take second back here, I think.
Okay, you're catching the car ahead, but remember, we need to get to the end of the race on these tyres.
Yeah, we could lunge on Russell, but I actually think let's use him strategically to try and get towards the podium here. 2 laps to go. This is pretty crazy now. He stays in front with 2.2 seconds behind. I'll tell you what, Piastri is closing in on us as well. But too wide there. Oh, that's not good. Just starting to lock the tyres a little bit here. Actually dropped out of the 1 second window to George Russell now, so that was not a good few corners for us. Really not good, and now we're going to be under pressure from Piastri come the last lap. It just shows how quickly things can change and how important it is to stay in that DRS range, because now we've dropped out of that 1 second. Look how much quicker Russell is. And we've done a decent job there, slip it into hot lap mode as we're coming round for the final lap of this Bahrain Grand Prix. And I mean, we're doing pretty well here. This is good.
Okay, final lap. Let's go. Final lap.
And Norris and Hamilton battling it out again. Oh, if they keep battling, there could be a chance for a podium here. It looks like Hamilton is going to come back at Norris on the run up to turn 4. We're somehow back in DRS range of Russell, but oh, Russell, little bit squirrely out of turn 4. Now if we can nail this next section, get right on his tail for the DRS range. Is Russell going to be in Hamilton's DRS range? It's very close indeed. But I don't think he's going to be. We're going to be in his. This is our last chance really to get past George Russell. I just don't think we've got enough. And Hamilton's not got enough to get past Lando Norris either. But a very exciting Bahrain Grand Prix is going to come to a close with a fabulous 10 points once again. 5th place in 2 consecutive races. And I think Colapinto is in the points as well. I think it might be P10, but here we go. Max Verstappen wins in Bahrain. Norris finishes second, Hamilton third, Russell fourth, but we finish a very, very brilliant fifth.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
And in the end, there was no Verstappen. Max Verstappen, he takes victory.
Well, another race victory today. You could clearly see they're driving out there with very little pressure. You know they have the performance. They know they've got the car under them as well. And this has done no harm, of course, for their championship chances.
Only 3 can take to the podium, and here they come.
Well, Max Verstappen broke away from Hamilton and Norris, and it's another race victory for him, and he's having an awesome season once again. He's going to be so tough to catch. But as I say, Hamilton doing a great job as well. Norris doing a great job. Piastri, of course, won in Japan, so this championship is very much on, and it's going to be very exciting to sort of watch it from the background. Obviously, we're never going to be in that championship picture this season, but we're doing well. We're picking up points at the start of this season when there's opportunities. Colapinto in the points as well.
Join us for more exciting Formula One action very soon.
And you've got to say, yeah, strategically, we're getting it right at the moment, and yeah, 20 points already for Zach O'Sullivan, 10 for Franco Colapinto. It's very, very positive so far. We're 3 points behind Mercedes in the race for fourth. I guess you could say we're in that sort of battle. I was hoping maybe to finish fifth at the end of this season. We're certainly on track to do at least that well. But ultimately, we're doing a good job. We're maximising performance. We haven't got the pace. I mean, if you look at our fastest lap today, a 1:33.4, slightly quicker than Antonelli, but so much slower than so many of the guys below us. And yeah, I think it just shows we're maximising strategy at the moment, and not necessarily pace. Our pace isn't at the same standard, which is why our qualifying pace is a little bit slower. But in the race, we're just getting into the rhythm of it and doing a great job. So yeah, delighted with that, actually. Very much delighted with that. So let's see how we get on then. There was a few damages from us this weekend, but not too many. The fan rating goes up, sentiment is still down, but we're in a very exciting position ahead of Saudi Arabia in the next episode. Now that's going to be a tough race to keep out of trouble and make sure that our car is set up to the max. I think setting it up so that it's got excellent straight line speed again is going to be the main thing to look at. We've got some mail. What's this mail? Creating your team. Okay, so we've got some nice stuff there. Very good. Okay, so that is where we're going to leave it for today. We are going to be back next time out with the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. If you've enjoyed that, give it a big thumbs up down below. Subscribe for plenty more F1 content. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.